Hi, everybody. Can you believe it's April? I know. I sort of let March slip by. There's going to be a little bit of reshuffling around with some new ideas that I'm hoping to share with you as the months move forward. Some exciting news about a membership group, and that's super exciting, but I don't have all of the information yet. I am going to be continuing to offer that monthly Zoom call to get information about how to actually intuitively read cards and teach you some of the tools and tricks that I use. All because I'm going to be releasing my own intuitive oracle deck really soon. And I want to give everybody all the background information so when you get that deck, you know what to do. And April is the time of Aries, and that's the time that we're in right now. And there's all this huge shifting going on. And what I wanted to share with you is when I started reading oracle cards a while ago, I was gifted this deck by my mentor. And in it was a traditional tarot deck and nothing else. There was no book, there was nothing that came with it. And my mentor at the time just said to me, sit down, look at the cards, and see what you feel that they're saying to you. I was so intimidated with the idea of doing this that honestly, I put it off and put it off because I just thought, how am I going to do that? Until one day she had me on the phone and she's like, just pull some cards and read them for me. And I realized that I had to just depend on what I thought. And that was perfect. And that's basically how I learned how to do oracle readings. Interpreting what I think, having that be perfect. So I thought, because of that, I wanted to share cards for April from this deck. So it's like I said, it's a typical tarot deck that you'll see, but I don't read them according to the Seven of Swords or whatever you memorize that to be. I read them intuitively. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for us for today, for this month, actually, for the energy of this month. And Aries is really all about what's in the air, what's moving around in the air. And what I think is so interesting about air, right, is that air doesn't really seem to take up any space, right? Unless, of course, you contain it in a balloon. Then, of course, you can see the space that it's contained in. And I think that's so interesting because we know air is all around us, but you can't actually touch it or see it, right? And it's a little like trust, and some other intangible things like love. You can't really touch it, put your finger on it, but yet we can identify with it. So Aries is really all about being in the flow of the movement and how the wind can take you from one place to another, and really like surrendering to that. So let's see what my cards will say. So the first card that I got is the Magician, which came out upside down. So this card to me is really all about illusion. It's about how things are presenting to us in the here and the now as though they are so it's the opposite of what it's saying. So instead of being an illusion, it's coming up that things are coming up to us as though they are quite clear, and that there is no illusion. Like the mask of what the illusion is sort of being wiped away. The next card is the Queen of Cups. And this card is really all about being the person who has the idea, an empty cup that you can fill with your own inspiration, with your own voyage, so to speak. And the Queen of Cups means that you are in charge of the voyage that you actually want to be going on. And the third card that I have is the Page of Swords, which merely means to me that you have a direction, a point that you are looking to be at. So when I look at all three cards together, to me, there is no illusion. You know the direction that you actually want to be going into. You have a cup that you want to fill with the aspirations of what you desire going forward and a direction and where you're going. So I hope these cards came to you and resonated with you. Aries is definitely here in this month of April, at least the beginning part, and then it goes into Taurus. And I hope these cards resonated with you. And I look forward to speaking to you again in May. And if you haven't already joined Amplify Your Intuition, I want to encourage you to do so. On Tuesdays, I do free tarot pulls. I pop in there with information and just lots of fun.